Hello, Gomez here from the LAN Up channel, and today we're going to be going through a deck which combines Ezreal with Ashe. So, all about trying to stop them from attacking with frostbite, leveling up Ezreal, and then going ham on damage. So, let's get into it. Okay, so Ezreal and Ashe. The deck is called Hypothermia, which if you know your science, you will understand why it's called Hypothermia. Freeze them to death and then do immense damage. Anyway, so here's the deck list. Target spells, I do like to have a beam in there. I did say it before, and I did another deck quite similar to this with Yasuo. Check it out if you want to. Don't feel that you have to. But yeah, so beam, Jerry Rig, again, spells just to, like, you sometimes need to use them as defensive, but also for draw with Rummage and Urchin can work really well, but sometimes you can just throw a Jerry Rig out to defend against something that you need to defend against. Also, quick spell to use with Ezreal. Draw, a lot of draw in this deck. All of my decks, I will always say, the concept is there. It might need a little bit of tweaking to perfect it, but the concept is always there in the decks that I make. So feel free to play around them. If you find something better, please feel free to comment down below and let me know what you changed about it and whatnot, or if you used the deck and it was successful for you. So let's continue. So yeah, so draw again, just to draw the champion to know that you're getting Ashe or Ezreal in hand. This works in two ways, whether or not you've got Ashe and Ezreal out, or you've got leveled up Ezreal out. Do it, you get another Ezreal in hand, which then turns into a mystic shot. Do it, and it just works really well with that. Archer for the frostbite in to help level up Ashe. Obviously some mystic shots. Trail of Evidence, yet again a card which people say, why the hell is this in here? I just really like it with Ezreal because burst spell and the two cost cards which are in this range that, like, as it gives you a two cost card from your regions, it costs 0. The two cost cards, there are a few, like obviously the herder, which is not really going to help out in this case, but a lot of the cards within the two cost range actually can help you out with either draw, elusiveness to combo the fact that you're doing a lot of spells, get some plunder going. This works with which is a challenge minion. You're frostbiting enough things that's a good thing. So I think really the Poro Herder is like your main one that's like, I don't really need this, but other than that, a lot of the spells, and also this creates another spell that can work with Ezreal. So no, a lot of the things, and yeah, caught what you caught in the cold. Just a lot of things in here, or just increasing your mana, works with the two cost. So I do like having Trail of Evidence in here. Ezreal, of course, himself gets some frostbites to slow down, heals in case you need them if you're dealing with some aggro or whatnot. So heals is always nice to have. Ashe, of course, this for the mushroom clouds for Ezreal to be able to, when he's leveled up, combo with some target spells, but also draw spells. So it works with Ezreal and then draw. This is just a very nice, like, it's one of those cards that's really annoying. I would see, it's one of those things, but I might change this around in order to have 2 copies of this, because I do actually really like this card. This is more just a 1 copy for draw, because sometimes if you go through your hand really quickly, it's just nice to be able to draw free. Or it's just if you're in a bind, it's always nice to have the ability to draw free. It does mean discarding your hand, so it doesn't get used that much, but when it does, it's really helpful. Plus it does free damage, so it also is targeting and helping level up Ezreal. More frostbites and a progress day, yet again for draw purposes. I do like a draw. So all in all, 20 spells, but minions which create spells as well are in there. So this is my deck list for at this moment in time. As I said, there's a few things to be chopped and changed around. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, before I do, very quickly, I know, shame, why am I pointing this way? This is not how this works. I'm pointing this way. Plugs to all the things. I do apologise, but it's part of it. I want this to be like something that I do as a living, because at this moment in time, like, I've got a terrible job and whatnot, so it's very nice to try and break out of that mold. And that, so if you want to help, please feel free. There's my Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. I'm active on all of them, so if you want to get involved, I said on Twitch, I stream Legends of Runeterra on Mondays and Wednesdays. At this moment in time, up until the 19th of January, which is 19th of January, 19th of August, when the Spirit Blossom thing ends. Every time I stream on those days, I'm giving away the money for a Spirit Blossom pass. So if you want to get involved with that and get involved with the giveaway, throw your name into the hat and potentially win. Well, that's fine. Don't feel forced. These are just things to help me. And also, I said, if you like this video, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. But yeah, it just helps the Gomez out. Don't feel that you have to. I'm just giving you the options and whatnot of all the things. Links all down below as well, and there's a Discord. But we'll get to that. Let's play this few games with this deck and see how it goes. Okay, so hitting my core, most likely there's going to be some nabbing happening with these two. I mean, I say that there might not be. It's just that I'm used to there being nabs when it comes to because Gangplank normally means that you're running Warning Shot. It just works so well that I don't see why you wouldn't. I could discard the Rummage, which I'm going to go with as being my first move, just so that if he's not got a first move himself, 2 damage is not bad. I don't mind losing the Rummage for that.
Get bloody, get paid.
Okay, so the Frostbite start. Leveling up Ezreal, leveling up Ashe. Yeah, again, I could just throw another one of these out right now. It's going to be one of those things where I'm going to end up regretting using these this early, because it's going to be, I should have really used it when he plays his Misfortune. Warning Shot, so can only expect there to be a Merchant. Oh no, just Pilfered Goods in general. Okay, fine. I don't like that. There's so many target spells in this deck that I don't like that. He could throw that in. He could have actually thrown it in front of that so that it wouldn't have died. And it would have been a defense so he didn't take the 10 damage. So actually surprised that he decided to take that. Alright. I'm gonna play the Ashe.
I think not.
Because now, now the question is, I don't know whether or not he had that or whether or not he stole that. Right, just gonna throw both forward, or everything forward. I could have thrown out a Mystic Shot or something before.
Not my first gunfight.
Actually, I've still got that's just Frostbites. That's fine. Could technically either Mystic Shot, but I'd rather, yeah, I don't mind losing one of these guys. I could Frostbite it. Which, to be fair, probably I should have Frostbited it because it would have leveled up Ashe. So maybe I should have actually gone with the Frostbite. I just wanted to save a Frostbite for his turn. So I'm kind of, it's one of these things, but I could just Mystic Shot that, but I'm kind of saving the Mystic Shot in case, because his health is not looking the best anymore. Damn you, Mushroom Man! Right, stealing another card from me. I know how powerful my cards are, so how dare you?
Winter is the Freljord's true ruler.
So the plus side of having both of these out is that that's definitely leveling her up, but I can level her up this turn, so another Pilfered Goods. Right, so
The time is right. Strike now. I'll lead us to victory.
let's just go with that, because it means that the arrow's going into our deck. The arrow's going into our deck. We didn't even need Ezreal right now. He just would have been a lovely finisher. I think I'll just take that damage, because it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. One of those gets frostbite. I mean, I could just immediately attack forward, actually,
The frost reveals all.
because then that one gets frostbitten, so I didn't even need the arrow. It's fine. I've got extra damage in hand, but that should be lethal unless he's got something. There we go. So that worked quick. Okay, we're going for some discard aggro right now. Discard aggro. This one's gonna be interesting. This one's gonna be interesting. I feel like I'm gonna need. Actually, maybe I'm gonna need that draw. I keep the harsh winds, I think, here. I might regret that decision. In fact, I know I'm gonna regret that decision. I will live to regret this, I know this. You'll live to regret. Okay, right, I'm gonna throw that out.
Old eyes still see far and clear.
Could just go with the instant attack.
Safeguard our homes.
I could have also played the sentry.
Time for the main event.
I could have played the sentry, so I had 2 sentries, so I would have got some draw because he would have played Draven. He actually might not have even put the Draven in front. I'm going to wait and see whether or not he uses a move, because if he does, we could just throw that. I mean, if he threw like Jinx out, well, immediately we wouldn't be able to kill them. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the Jinx. Right.
You should try blinking sometime.
Knowing that both of them are out is a scary time, but it's not the worst.
The torches.
We do have our harsh winds in hand. Oh, how I wish that I could throw Ashe out this turn. See, the problem is I could throw Ashe out, but get excited is totally a thing. I can't say for life. There's no elixir of iron or anything like that in this deck, which, to be fair, I guess it's something that could be added. But yeah, no, I can't take that risk, so I'm not going to. I guess I could have actually thrown it in on one of the spiders, so he was less likely to defend with a spider. Probably would have been a better idea to have actually thrown it on a spot, which on the 2 attack spider, then attack forward with everything, because then he could have defended one of these. But the likelihood of him defending more it would have been less. I'm still going to attack forward. He definitely throws these into 2 of these guys to save his champion, which I can understand. I could actually throw 2 of these back as to like, make sure that I have them. Because whether or not, because this deck also runs off of like having spells like vision and things along those lines. So, ooh, that works. That's actually a really good draw. I was planning to keep back the mana for harsh winds. I'm legitimately surprised that I guess he wanted to. I guess he wanted to know that he could hook something so he could just attack instantly. Jinx is like the one I want to kill, but she's the more problematic one out of the 2. Don't get me wrong, Draven can be a bit of an annoyance, but Jinx is definitely the worst one out of the 2. There she is.
You should try blinking
Right.
sometime.
I do still have... See, the problem is, because he's got the axes, he can still save both of their lives right now, so it's not exactly the best move. He has just used a Jinx, which means that the chance of him having Get Excited, it becomes less, but it's still there. I'm going to leave the attack because I can still... I can still at least harsh win both of them. I could throw these in front, but if I did, he would just axe both of them. It would mean that he would discard more, but that gets him closer to his Jinx thing, so there's no point in me playing these in front of him. I'd rather just stop the damage from going in. Next turn, play Ashe. So he's going to go for leveling up Draven, so throw both axes into Draven to level him up, which is not bad. Not a bad play.
Money makers.
Alright, so he has the submarine. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I guess there's a little bit of drawing. It is a devastating elusive when it gets played. Just wasn't expecting that. Not gonna lie.
My aim is true. All the world on one arrow.
So I can frostbite something. I technically could do the frostbite first to stop the defense.
Arrows at the ready.
But I'd rather see if he goes for a defense.
The time is right. Strike now.
So I mean, he can get her attack up by 1. And that's also, so that was his copy of Draven. And to be fair, like, so he's 2 Jinxes down. Which means there's probably 1 more left in the deck. And as I said, she's the more problematic one out of the bunch. So, oh, so okay, right. He's drawn all 3 of his Jinxes. And the Draven's been put back in the deck. He has to go with that attack immediately.
Watch and learn.
Because he wants to stop the arrow because he knows that I've drawn the arrow. So I guess I'll just let the damage happen because there's literally nothing I can do to stop it. I could draw and see whether or not I can get a harsh winds, but I'm down to 10. It's not the worst. It meant if I let it happen immediately, it meant that he couldn't put any axes on anything, and that's, I think I actually just go for the draw. In all honesty, I just haven't used, I haven't even needed Ezreal right now. He is a good finisher though. He is a good finisher. I could technically throw out a rummage. It's not the worst plan. But I can throw that out, which is going to cause him no end of problems. Could actually potentially hopefully get Ezreal in hand. I probably should have done that as my first move to get Ezreal out and then cast this spell. So I might end up regretting that. But I mean, yeah.
This is the power of an Iceborn.
So there's the potential chance there that he could discard his hand to level up Jinx. I can see that being a thing. Why didn't he use it with the axe? I mean, he could have just discarded that with the axes to, because he could have used. Now he's got an odd number of cards in hand, so he actually had the perfect amount to use all of his axes to get rid of all of his cards. I'm not gonna. Don't question it. Don't question it. Right, so.
They don't know what they're up against.
More just to have him out for the attack.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
More just have him out for the attack because I have
Swiftly now.
so many spells as well that are gonna work with him, as well as the fact that we've basically near enough got we've already got lethal in the attack. So he has to axe people up in order to defend. But even then, it's not going to be the best defense. It saves his life, but does it with everything else that's in hand. So the deck works. At least it works against this kind of thing. There was a heal in here as well. I mean, I might be speaking too soon. Ooh. It's got... Leveling up the Jinx is not the worst. He has made it harder. Wise moves are wise moves. I could have technically frostbitten that to stop the attack from happening, but why do that when there's so much more damage to be had? We had lethal in so many different ways that so if we'd gone on to the next turn, we would have had so many burst spells that it was fine. So that is the Ashe Ezreal Hypothermia deck. Yet again, as I said, all about frostbiting the enemies to stop them from attacking, to give yourself time. Each one of those frostbites is leveling up Ashe and Ezreal. Keep it going in terms of just defending. There's enough draw in the deck to hopefully be drawing solutions, and then just smash forward with so much damage with Ezreal in the end. Like I said, Ezreal is your win condition as you're pausing the game, putting the game on pause with frostbites and then that. But you said sometimes you don't even need Ezreal. Sometimes Ashe can just do it on her own, as you saw in the first game. So let me know what you think down below in your comments and whatnot, whether or not you use the deck or whether or not you make alterations to the deck and what you change. So let me know with that. Subscribe if you want more Legends of Runeterra content, because this whole channel is all to do with Legends of Runeterra. And as I said, I do stream Legends of Runeterra on Mondays and Wednesdays. If you want to get in, which you want to check that out, it's up to you. So giving away the passes up until the 19th. At the end of every stream, giving away one pass for the Spirit Blossom. But it's up to you. If you want to do those things, feel free to. I'm just giving you options. As I said, would love this to be something that I actually did full time, just giving you guys more content, more fun, more entertainment and laughs, hopefully. I like to think I'm an entertaining man, but maybe some people think he's an annoying prick, which, to be fair, is also justified. That's besides the point. Yeah, Discord, all links down below if you want to join the socials and whatnot. But I hope you had a good time. Hope to see you in the future, and if not, then that's fine. But also, bye! Very lucky. Let's hope that I can find... Oh! When you still find lethal from your opponent's deck. When they do everything they can, but you still use their own deck against them in such incredible force. See...